New York Democrats joining the chorus of lawmakers calling out New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. That, of course, over the alleged cover-up of COVID information at nursing homes. The New York Post summing it up, saying the governor is in a tailspin. And while he does admit that he made a mistake, he still won't say he's sorry. Joining us now is New York City Republican Councilman Joe Borelli. John, good to see you. New York Assemblyman Ron Kim, another Democrat from Queens whose uncle died from COVID, said at that press conference yesterday, all of it is BS and a cover-up. What did you think?
Well, look, anytime you have members of your own party in the state legislature fact-checking you and calling you a liar in real time, I think it's a good indicator that your press conference is not going well. What we saw the governor try to do was to reshape a timeline and reshape a narrative that just simply isn't true. Two statements can't exist and both be accurate. You can't have your number two person, Melissa DeRosa, saying behind closed doors that we didn't comply with the feds because we didn't want them to have the numbers. At the same time, the governor's out there in a press conference saying that we couldn't comply with your request because we were too busy complying with the feds. Both of those things cannot be true, and yet this is sort of the conundrum that the governor is in right now, amongst other things.
He did apologize for not properly handling the PR perspective of this, but when it came to apologizing for what happened in the nursing homes, here's what he said. Listen to this exchange.
Is there anything that you personally apologize for in this whole process?
Apologize? Look, I have said repeatedly, we made a mistake in creating the void. We made a mistake in creating the void. When we didn't provide information, it allowed press, people, cynics, politicians to fill the void.
So basically, he's apologizing for not getting out in front of the PR problem fast enough, but nothing about nursing homes and all the people who died.
No, John, it's just shameful. I mean, the only reason we're even talking about this right now is because the state's Democratic Attorney General did her own investigation and found out that the governor had been completely untruthful the entire time. And if I may, I think the thing that really bothers New Yorkers above everything is just this man's stark arrogance, whether it be the book or the posters of himself, the Emmy, the morning news shows, all of this just to find out later on that most of what he was doing was covering up for mistakes that he himself ordered and won't take responsibility for. That, beyond everything, is what really troubles the majority of New Yorkers.
So he's not taking responsibility for what happened in the nursing homes, and some 15,000 people died, and it was undercounted by almost 50%. I don't expect that he's going to resign. Impeachment would be a high bar. It's only ever happened once in New York history, back in 1913. And so what happens now? Do you just try to get him at the ballot box next time around?
Look, we have a slew of Republican candidates out there that are going to be running and willing to take him on next year. And to be frank, there are Democrats who are much better people of better character that would probably do a better job from him as well. So I think he gets challenged from both the right and the left in his next outing. And he can do the majority of New Yorkers a favor by just either resigning now or announcing that he's not going to seek re-election. This story is not going away, and it's not going away by any stretch when you have the guy basically in a press conference yesterday where he thinks he's actually coming clean and being transparent, and that couldn't be further of what we actually saw.
Joe Borelli, good to talk to you this afternoon. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.